So, in the last 4 videos, we went over the introduction to ritual magic, the relaxation ritual, the tarot contemplation ritual, and the magical diaries and how to set them up. Now, it occurred to me that in the first video I said I'm only a half a year into my practice. And while that's true, I'm only a half a year into my practice with the Kabbalah. I've been a practicing magician since I was 10 years old. This is due to the fact that my father is a high priest in the Church of Satan. And while I do not agree with the philosophy of the Church of Satan, it did get me started on my path to where I am today. The manner in which they presented the information was extremely silly, but the theory behind it made sense, and that's what got me started. Never got into getting naked, going out in the middle of the woods and chanting "Hail Satan." It just didn't appeal to me. Which is why I said that nothing I ever did made any sense until I got that book. Because the Kabbalah really makes sense. And I hope it makes that much sense for you too. But now would be a good time to go into what magic is. It's been described a lot in detail by other people, and following the first 4 videos, you might have a general idea of what magic is. It has a lot to do with imagination, mentality, and mentalism is one of the 7 Hermetic principles, and the most important Hermetic principle. And I will be doing a video on that too, but it's already been done before. And if you really want to know the Hermetic principles right now, there's a YouTuber called Mark Rice who does an excellent job at describing what they are and how you apply them to magic. So, now, I will be going into the 3 different types of magic. What they are by definition and how they are applied in the material that I present. Now, nothing I do will ever have you doing black magic. Ever. Why? Because black magic is the other side to a coin. White magic is spiritual magic, black magic is physical magic, but so is gray magic. Black magic usually has some sort of hefty price attached to it, and the whole point of the Kabbalah is to perform white magic to the extent that you can now perform physical magic without it getting into the black zone. Keep it in the gray zone. So, the definitions are as follows. White magic. The change of consciousness in conformity with will using means not understood by Western science to obtain the knowledge and conversation of the holy guardian angel. What does this mean, though? Now, in the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram, which we will be getting into, I do believe, in the next video, either the next video or the one after that, one of the two, the first part of the ritual, you will be envisioning a brilliant white sphere above your head. That is your higher self. Your holy guardian angel is your most perfected version of yourself. Whatever you envision yourself looking as perfect, acting as perfect, and as honorable as possible, that is your higher self. And the whole point of white magic is to obtain consciousness of that higher self and actually being able to talk to that higher self. And when I mean talk, I do not mean imagine you're talking to this thing. You will really be talking to something that is not there. That is the magic behind invocation and evocation. And a lot of people talk about evocation where you're summoning spirits and they say, oh, just fake it till you make it. Pretend in your head you're talking to them and it'll work. And while beginning off, yes, it will happen kind of like that, trust me when I say you will see shit. You will see shit that will knock your fucking socks off. And hopefully by the time I get you into doing that, you will have done enough white magic not to be scared of it. Because that is where the danger lies in. There is nothing dangerous about magic unless you let it become dangerous. Unless you let it hurt people, unless you let it hurt yourself. As long as you are brave, as long as you know for a fact that you are a master, whether you are or not is irrelevant. Just have to believe. Now, black magic in the definition of to cause change to occur in conformity with will, using means not understood by Western science to cause physical harm to oneself or others, either on accident or on purpose. Now, what does this mean? Even the most hardened magician who knows his shit can end up casting gray magic for physical means and have it accidentally turn into black magic. And a good example thereof is you perform a ritual to get money. It works. You get money. But a family member died and left you an inheritance, and that is how you got it. You have just performed gray magic that turned into black magic. Now, what's even scarier than this is that normal people who have never heard of magic, don't believe in magic, atheists, even Christians, perform black magic more than practicing Satanists. And here is how. It is all accidental because magic is in your mind. Let's say your best friend stole something from you. Maybe he fucked your girlfriend. Did something. There's gonna be some animosity there. You're gonna think negative thoughts. You're gonna wish they'd pay. You might even go so far as to envision them paying. Well, guess what? That's black magic. And so many people do this on a day-to-day basis, it's not even funny. And everybody wonders why their lives are so fucked up. It's literally because of a giant entanglement of black magic to where you and everybody you know just sits there stabbing each other in the back and then mentally envisioning something making them pay for it. And this is the trap that they have us in. And it works very well. And when you begin to realize exactly how that works and how social media and everything, TV, everything influences our unconscious use of black magic. When you realize that and acknowledge it, you can stop it. That is the Faustian pact that they have every single person on earth engaged in. A contract that you didn't know you ever agreed to become a part of. And the only thing you have to do is acknowledge it and tell it to fuck off. You are no longer anybody's slave. You are your own master. Now, the definition of gray magic. To cause change to occur in conformity with will using means not understood by Western science to cause physical success or good in one's life or someone else's. Now, what does this mean? This is generally compassion at its base level. A lot of different religions have compassion rituals that are meant to cause success on some level. Maybe even pull love into your life for that matter. But you have to know how to do the formula. I don't even perform gray magic at all just because I'm not ready. I don't know how to formulate it in my mind, with making sure that nothing's going to be harmed in the process, so I stay away from it. I stick to my white magic for now, and that is mastering yourself, becoming one with your holy guardian angel. And how you do that is the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram and the middle pillar. And these two rituals in tandem will make gray magic and the working of it happen almost instantaneously. Once you become a practicing magician, you will realize that these coincidences happen almost every single day, to the point where you can't chalk it up to coincidence anymore. When you want something to happen and it happens, the first time you ever actually have a successful magical act, of course you're going to chalk it up to coincidence and luck. But after you've done that, let's say 100 times, and it's worked every single time, and the coincidences just keep happening and luck just keeps getting better, you're going to realize that there's underlying things that cause this to happen. You are becoming in control of the energy that runs the machine. You are using that energy to change the game. You are saying to God himself, well, you might not have done as good as you thought, so I'm going to improve upon your design. Now, you can't cause any super physical changes, like, let's say, evolutionary changes to occur that fast, but if you need something and you need it now, you could usually get it. And a good example of it is I wanted a sword really bad. Really, really bad. And since we've been in a recession and I've lost my job, I am piss poor. I sat there for about 20 minutes envisioning the middle pillar ritual and the planetary symbols in the spheres of my body, and envisioning what it would feel like to have just found the money to get the sword lying on the street, and the emotions and the joy that is involved with just finding money for free. And literally about an hour later, I had my sword. I had the money for it. It just happened that fast. That is what magic is. That is how magic works. That might be a little bit more of a selfish purpose, but I mean, it didn't go into black magic. It stayed gray. Nobody got hurt. I got the money. I got the sword. I'm happy, and that's all that mattered for that instance. So, here are the 3 different types of magic. I hope you are performing the relaxation ritual and recording in your diaries, because we're going to start picking up the pace here very fast. And it will get to the point where it seems like it's a little too much. The lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram is really, really intricate, and is the only ritual that I've done so far that took a good while to master, because there's just so much going on during that ritual. So, if you liked it, please click that like button, subscribe. I have a lot more stuff coming out, and we will be putting out a lot more than just the lesser banishing and the middle pillar. There'll be the circulation of the body of light, courses on evocation, and just anything you could possibly imagine. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I have no problem answering them. Also, another thing I wanted to put out there is, if you email me or leave a comment in the comment section, whatever, get a hold of me somehow, I will perform tarot divinations on camera for you. You formulate a question, ask me, I'll get back to you. I will also keep it anonymous, because these types of things tend to be private. So, just mull that over. Free tarot readings for anyone who wants it. Have a good day.